There's so much you just said, and I know there's so much we've seen also on television, but I also know there's a lot that we haven't seen because there's so many cast members and there's only so much of your life that can be shown. So I do kind of want to go back and talk about your relationship because I want to eventually get to how you confronted him, that you said you wanted a divorce, what his reaction was. We're going to get into all of that. But first, let's just unpack, like, when you look back at the early days with Jordan, what was your relationship like in the very beginning days?
It was good. We met very quickly. I blame our dynamic on that, honestly, because I had been married before. So this is my second divorce. And I separated. So to put it into context, I separated from my first husband in September and I got married in March. So it was really quick. Like I think I leaned on him for emotional support. He was going through a breakup, so was I, and we just kind of connected and clicked. And I think that I had been treated really badly in my first marriage as well, which now looking back, I'm like, this is a pattern. Like I get into these situations because I'm self-conscious and I have issues, but he was there for me. So I think I just dove right in. The first year was fine though.
So would you say that first year you weren't arguing that much?
No, yeah, it was pretty good. But I actually think that looking back, like he's always been pretty controlling. And I think at the time I was just like happy to be out of my last marriage. We had just had our son. Like I was just kind of in a bubble. And then I started to notice patterns.
What would typically set off an argument between the two of you?
His control. I felt controlled in every aspect of my life. And he used to try to say, oh, I can't control you. You're not able to be controlled. I try and I can't because I'm independent.
In those early days, what do you look back and be like, oh, that was fully control and maybe I didn't see it at the time?
Oh my God. I mean, it's just he tries to control every aspect of my life, my business, how I should run my business. He would mom shame me and tell me how to parent, but then not do it himself. Like if I left the fridge door open, you know, like that beep that happens, I'd get yelled at. So to this day, when I hear like a beep of the fridge, I'm like my body goes into fight or flight. Like it's just little things like that add up. But also like if I wanted to go to dinner with friends, like it was like, well, when are you going to be home? What are you doing? Where are you? Like just constant.
And was there any patterns when the arguments would start? Like, what do you look back on?
I think that's why our relationship got to a pretty bad place, is because I'm pretty like vocal and independent. So for the first year or two, I was just like, okay. And I think Jordan wants someone submissive. So I was kind of like that in the beginning. And then it started to get to this place where I'm like, no. And I would fight back. And so then it was just like really bad because I'm fighting back and that makes it worse for him. And so we're just like going at it.
Are there any things that he would like verbally criticize you for?
Everything. I remember being in therapy before we were like in the public eye and being like, I need you to criticize me less. It's like 90% criticism and 10% compliments. Anything I did, like how I ran my business, how I parented, my time management, how I cleaned the house, like every little thing, even like how I would like dress and like, you know, things like that.
Like what would he say about how you dress?
Oh, like that skirt's a little short. Are you going to wear that? Like, you know, like just stuff like that. So it just felt like I was constantly being dumped on. I will say there was right before we separated last year, after the Marciano stuff, he had told me he wanted me to start doing Pilates every single day. Like he told me that. And then he said, I think I believe in traditional gender roles and I want to be more in my masculine and I want you to be more in your feminine. And I was like, so like just control in areas like that as well. And I was like, do you know who you're married to?
That is like so fucking backwards. And also like, I'm also just like, how crazy for him to also like physically expect you to do Pilates every single day, be the breadwinner, take care of the children, take care of him. Like there's such an unrealistic expectation when he's not even raising himself to any capacity of that standard.
And to be fair, also, he doesn't work and we had a full-time nanny.